The fair tax can probably best be described as a tax replacement plan. We're going to take the federal income tax in all its forms. That includes the corporate income tax, the personal income tax, the payroll tax, gift and estate taxes, all federal income-based taxes, and we're going to replace all those with one single tax called the fair tax. The fair tax is a consumption tax. That means instead of taxing income, what we earn, it's going to tax what we spend. We're very familiar with those. We pay sales taxes, and this is going to be a form of a national sales tax. I say form of a national sales tax because there are different ways to enact a national sales tax. So the fair tax is a specific kind of national retail sales tax. It's different than other sales taxes for a couple of reasons. First of all, it has no exemptions, exclusions, deductions. It's a pure sales tax. We've designed it so that it raises the same amount of money under the fair tax as is raised today under the income tax. We call that revenue neutral. So the same amount of money is going to be collected by the federal government that's collected today. We also want to make sure that the fair tax is not regressive. Regressivity is a phrase that talks about people at the lower income levels being taxed too highly, and some people think that sales taxes are regressive, and they can be. But you can fix that, and the fair tax has fixed that. The way it did this is through a prebate system, and that means that every American will get the amount of tax, sales tax, that they will pay on essential goods and services in advance of having to spend that money. So that makes the sales tax, the fair tax, progressive, which means the more you spend, the more you're going to pay in tax. And lastly, I need to emphasize that the reason why we would do this, besides the obvious reasons of simplicity, the federal income tax is terribly complex and burdensome and intrusive, the main reason to do this is because the fair tax is pro-growth. It is going to give a huge boost to our economy. It's going to create jobs and economic opportunity for America. It's by far the best way to collect taxes. So we are strongly in favor of a tax system that's fair, that's transparent, that's simple and non-intrusive, and the fair tax meets those criteria.